I said that I would try to clarify a little bit about what the difference between Web 1.0 and Web 2.0 is. And I have to admit that to some extent this Web 2.0 is a little bit of a hype. But it names something, and naming something is very powerful. And so to help understand the difference here, I'm going to use some contrast and understand that it's sort of been a trend for how the web has moved from one mode of operation to another mode of operation, and for how users of the web have moved from one sort of thing to another sort of thing. So it's not real cut and dry, but it's a movement in a direction. So when the web first started out, it was surfing, browsing, and sort of consuming. And Web 2.0 is more characterized by connecting, making connections with people. It allows you for greater collaboration and for easy sharing of a whole variety of information. Web 1.0 was more about passive consumption. You were just going there, getting information in. Web 2.0 is more about active participation. It allows you to create, it allows you to change, it allows you to be more in control of what is the information that is out there. Web 1.0 was more about static HTML pages that really didn't change much, and Web 2.0 is about dynamic pages that you can affect, and you can change the look, and you can change what's going on in those pages. Web 2.0 was sort of from the beginning of the web, when HTML started to emerge and we had browsers, to about 2001. And then the term Web 2.0 sort of got coined and continues to be used from 2004 forward. How many of you have ever read a blog? Okay? How many of you have ever gotten any information from Wikipedia? Okay? Need some English teachers. How many of you have ever watched a YouTube? All your hands should be up because I showed them YouTube at the first opening faculty meeting. Okay? How many of you ever listened to a podcast? Okay? And how many of you ever used Skype or some other method of talking or video conferencing over? Okay, there's a good number of you who have done that already too. Okay, you have already used Web 2.0 tools. They're not that unfamiliar. The term Web 2.0 may have been unfamiliar to you, but you're not really unfamiliar with the type of tools that we're talking about. Okay. Web 2.0 facilitates collaboration, as I said before. It allows Wikipedia is a worldwide collaboration of assembling information and knowledge. The sharing of ideas and information, there's all kinds of applications that do that. Wikis, and that we're going to use today, and blogs share ideas easily. And making new connections. Facebook is an active thing that can be very useful. I owe a day-long fishing trip to Facebook where I connected with somebody I knew in the past, and we had missed a fishing trip, and so I saw him on Facebook, and we connected again, and I arranged for a fishing trip for one day. So you will find people that you may not have seen for a while, and you making connections. Okay, and then Web 2.0 applications facilitate active participation. Okay, so why would we as educators be interested in these type of things? We might see how they might have relevance in our personal lives or whatever, but why might we as educators be interested in this? And I would like to put forward that constructivism is the link that I think draws us in to seeing these as very useful tools. Now, there's a link to this, talks more about constructivism. I'm not going to go to that link. The link is on the wiki, so when you get to the wiki, you can see and you can learn more about constructivism. But in this site, there are a lot of little video clips, and I looked at almost all of them, and almost all of them could have been made here at Friends Select School. So whether or not you call what you do constructivism, the building of knowledge, not just telling students what to learn, but involving them in building their knowledge, I think is central to most all of us. And Web 2.0 applications facilitate this construction of knowledge. So that's the construction, that's the connection for why I think it's important to understand these tools and to see how they might be useful in our classrooms. And then for those of you who are not, whose primary responsibility is not to be in front of a classroom every day, we are all, both students and teachers, throughout the whole of our life. So I think that this is applicable to all of us. So